I don't know, Richie, you're watching, and even when the statement came out earlier today after the comments about Irish players being anti-Semitic, the first 3 or 4 lines of that statement read as if they were going to pull out of the game, but instead they decided to take and go down another route where there were no handshakes, there was no exchange of gifts, all the sort of pleasantries that would happen before a game, none of them would happen. But even right up to the game getting underway, you sort of thought something is going to happen here. Somebody is going to make a stand, but they decided not to. They played the game, they were beaten, and I don't know what the long-term impact on the players and on Basketball Ireland is going to be.
Yeah,
it was very strange. Like, the whole situation was very strange. Watching the pre-match, because, like you say, you're expecting something to happen, and ultimately what they did do was make very minor alterations to their pre-match preparations, because they were personally slighted. And I don't think that reflects well on the team or on Basketball Ireland, that just because they were called anti-Semitic, wrongly, obviously, by the Israeli team, that they decided to take issue with that when there's this far bigger issue that's at play here. And now Israel and the Israeli players and Israeli basketball have used this as a massive... This is the very definition of sports washing from an Israeli point of view back home, is that they get to portray Ireland as the bad guys. They get to portray themselves as being the ones who are, looked down upon, when it's their country that's responsible for what's taking place in Gaza at the moment. And that really doesn't sit well with me.
And if you look at the social media posts which were being made, especially Basketball Ireland put up a tweet with just, they normally would do the old graphic with the result from the game. Their replies are turned off because they don't want to take the hassle there. But if you look at the quote tweets that come up afterwards, particularly those that are coming from Israel, very disparaging comments about the Irish team and Ireland as a nation within there. And also the players have been taken from both sides all week. There was a tremendous amount of abuse that was thrown their way, also by Irish people who were having a go about the players who took the court today as well. Some of it got very personal. I know Martin Conroy, who's been coaching with the Irish team, stuck up a tweet just before we came on air talking about the death threats that some of the players had received earlier this week too. So it's been a horrific week for them, for those who decided to take the court today, albeit 5 of their key players weren't involved because they decided not to play.
Yeah, I've no doubt we're going to be coming back to this again.